Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the GC Informer, GameCast's very own news program. I'm your host for today, Mark, also known as Coystorch. I'm taking a break from what can only be described as a marathon of Kingdom Hearts 3 to bring you some news. First up, earlier this week, the Dragon Ball game rumours from earlier this month have finally been confirmed. Dragon Ball FighterZ second season has been officially announced, and as of this video releasing, the first two DLC fighters of the season have been released. Jiren and Videl have now made it into the roster, one being the all-around safest and most logical choice, and the other being a bit of a wildcard but helps to diversify the roster. Unlike last year's season, this one will only have 6 characters, and 4 of them have already been revealed. Besides Jiren and Videl, the last characters to make it into the season are the new Dragon Ball Super Broly and Gogeta. We won't really know how they will function as it's still very early days, but it's great to have confirmation on the 2 big hitters from the most recent movie. Which then leaves the question, who are the other 2 characters making it into FighterZ this season? Before now, we thought Jiren would always come with Ultra Instinct Goku. Now it could be anyone. We could get Kefla, Toppo, Master Roshi, Raditz, any number of GT characters, maybe even a guest character. It's interesting that the year has just started and so has the season, but everyone's already more excited about what could happen later. At any rate, now we have Jiren and Videl, and we can expect big things from Broly and Gogeta. I'll be making new videos to give my impressions on the new DLC characters too. Next, the Dragon Ball action RPG Project Z has its first reveal trailer. Developed by CyberConnect 2, the cinematic geniuses behind the Dot Hack series and the Naruto Ultimate Ninja series. If there's one thing they know, it's how to make something look pretty. The reveal trailer gives a quick rundown of some of the key moments from the early days of Z, and technically a little bit of Dragon Ball. It all looks rather nice and uses an animation style reminiscent of the earlier Dragon Ball Z arcs. The story will apparently follow only Z and give a new perspective to the story through Goku's eyes. So far it doesn't seem all that different, but hopefully we'll get a fresh take from the developer. I know that they're a good dev team, but it's hard making a DBZ game when it's a story that so many people are already familiar with and die-hard fans would have experienced dozens of times over through any number of games and other media. But it all may come down to the gameplay, as the genre for action RPG is pretty broad, and the reveal only gave the tiniest of glimpses of movement. Project Z will most likely get a new name later on and is expected to release later this year for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. Lastly today, Belgium's anti-gambling and loot box laws have struck again, this time directly pointed at EA. Last September, the Belgian government had declared loot boxes to be a form of gambling, due to the random nature and risk-reward concept associated with loot boxes. They launched a criminal investigation into EA after the publisher refused to modify FIFA's randomized card pack loot boxes in order to comply with the country's new gambling laws. In response to this, EA has announced plans to stop selling FIFA points in Belgium. In FIFA Ultimate Team, you can spend real-world money on FIFA points, which can then be used to buy card packs. Since the law had been introduced, Blizzard, Valve and 2K Games all elected to disable loot boxes in their games in Belgium, and now EA has too. The change to FIFA will come into effect by 31st of January, which means from then players in Belgium will not be able to buy points to buy card packs. They'll still be able to play Ultimate Team and use their existing players, and they'll still be able to gain packs through the free-to-play options available in-game, such as earning the premium currency through play. But the actual pay-to-play nature of exchanging real money for more cards will be stopped. While EA have stopped the system within FIFA, they still don't recognise it as gambling and believe they're in the right. However, this is now a law within Belgium and they need to abide by it. Not only that, but we can't just define gambling as simply as we used to. Times and technologies have changed, so why not our definitions of concepts such as gambling? If not that, then we'd just come up with another term to describe it. It's a greedy practice, and it's always great to see real change occurring. I'm keen to see more developers change their ways and more countries to get on board or at least investigate the paid loot box issue. And that's all the time we have for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please let us know what you thought of today's topics in the comments below. Until next time, bye!